So I'm very privileged to have Kim Paterson with me on the channel today. Kim is a personal development, mindfulness, and wellness coach. So Kim, first of all, thanks so much for taking time out to come and chat today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Will. It really is an honor to be on your podcast, and hopefully we can help people and serve them a little better today.
All right, great. So your experience is extensive and varied. Spending time in the diplomatic service, also having exposure to forensic investigations, mergers and acquisitions. You've clearly spent, time on the sort of corporate arena, but then you've also spent some time with Tibetan monks. So yeah, I think it would be a great place to start if you could perhaps talk us through what are some of the benefits of meditation. How does it influence our lives? How does it influence our bodies?
Sure, not a problem. Yes, I have had extensive training in different arenas, and my choice was absolutely the latter, in being able to serve in a better way. So around meditation, I think the most important thing for anyone that's wanting to start and look at this kind of practice is knowing that meditation is not sitting down, being quiet, and in Zen mode, and coming out 10, 15, 30 minutes later, and you feel all wonderful and blissful. Meditation is really about thinking. It's a means to think and contemplate or ponder. So when you sit down, lie down, however you wish, and we'll get to the different practices.
Right.
You watch your thoughts. So if your mind is busy, allow it to be busy. Allow the thoughts to come in, but don't feed them. I think that's really, really important. Meditation is about thinking, allowing, being present, but not sitting with it. So it's kind of like a barge on a river, where you're sitting on the edge of the river and you see this barge coming along and you just let it pass by. When you're watching a barge, you're not thinking about anything else. You are just watching the barge go past. And this is what you do in meditation. You watch the thought coming, you feel it, you allow it, you accept it, then you let it go. Right away. So, yeah, how else could I explain the start of a meditation? Simple. You have many, many different ways of doing a meditation. You can sit if you wish. You can sit in a chair. You can sit on the floor. You can sit cross-legged. You can lie down. You can even walk. You can be in your car. Don't close your eyes while you're driving, of course. But you can actually do this anywhere. No one is too busy not to be able to meditate at any given moment, especially in stressful, anxious moments. Those kind of moments is where you look at that point of anxiety or stress, and you go within, take your deep breath, see what's happening, and just change it up slightly. When I say change it up slightly, kind of compose a to-do list, if you wish, on how you're going to observe what's going on within you. So the easiest way to focus on that is to hear and feel your breath.
Right.
Outside external sources may change your way of thinking, but the easiest and quite honestly, the softest thing that you have in a moment of whether you're in peace or whether you're in a stress or anxious, your softest point is your breath. And if you look at breath, you can hear that it's soft and gentle. There's no words to it. There's just sound. And you go within with that. Take a couple of good deep breaths and just hear that. Relax. Find your space. And then start to look at where your thoughts are. Your little to-do list of where is it most highest and lowest of points? What is your priority? As you would do in any corporate or, you always have the most important and you have the least important to do in a day.
Sure.
The most important is you. Because if you don't have you, you don't have a day to get through everything.
Makes sense. Yeah, well, it's interesting, the little I do know about meditation is that, of course, your breathing forms a very and how you breathe forms a very essential component of the process of meditation. So great that you can, unpack that the way that you're doing.
Absolutely. It's, I think a lot of people, they hear about meditation and they hear, oh, the monks sit for hours and they're just in this Zen-like. They're really not in any Zen-like moment. They are unpacking and compartmentalizing their thought processes. So the moment you start to compartmentalize something, you put it into different boxes. You have your thoughts, your feelings, the senses, all these different boxes within your mind. And we all have a monkey mind, right? So we don't actually have our 4 little boxes where we can put things into. In between those boxes, there's empty space. That is what gives us the peace and the quiet. Does that make sense at all?
Sure. It's that I suppose that stillness, which is something that will regenerate us, I guess. But it's probably finding all about finding that space. But it makes a lot of sense. Yes.
Yeah, not so much finding the space, Will, as knowing that you have the space.
Right.
So having the idea that you can put things into little boxes, if you want to call it that, in your mind, and know in between that there is that space or nothingness. And that's where you come from. So when you choose to be in a state of peace or anxiety, you can take from those boxes if you wish, but you mainly want to be in the center space of a nothingness, a peace, a silence.
Right. Makes sense. Obviously something that requires some practice, I would imagine. And just to focus for a second, in your experience, if we look at the benefits, if we focus on the benefits of meditation, what are the most profound ones that that you've witnessed, in with the experience you have in this area?
Okay, so the benefits, I could turn around and say, well, you'll find more peace and you'll be more Zen-like and quiet and handle things a lot easier. Yes, that is part of it. But the benefits, you become a better being. When you understand what that silence and that quiet, still place is, when you feel it, you will want more of this. And wanting more of that will get you quieter as a person. You will then start to become more mindful around your way of thinking and being. You need one moment to feel that stillness, that it's an immediate reaction in the brain that you want more of it. And the more you practice feeling that, the better person you become to other people.
Right. So kind of an awakening that needs to happen, that launches you in a positive direction, that creates the positive elements,
Correct.
which don't just relate to meditation or a specific aspect of health, but really to the life that you're living as a person on earth.
Correct. Absolutely. You got it spot on.
Okay, well, that's I think certainly, looking at it from the channel's perspective, to say, how significant is meditation. I think clearly we would be foolish to turn a blind eye, I think, to an opportunity to enrich our lives, through meditation. And the other thing I wanted to ask you, I know that you help a lot of people focusing on helping them to reach their true potential. So you were talking about people having, a lot of thoughts, and a lot of us are very busy with very hectic lifestyles. And of course, that will absorb our thoughts, and, we'll be kind of, I suppose, very preoccupied with many of those thoughts. So how can somebody with a busy lifestyle kind of successfully incorporate meditation in their daily lives?
Okay, so everyone gets up in the morning, whatever time that may be, and they go and make a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. That's a ritual. Or they go and drink a glass of water, whatever it may be. Nobody can say to myself or you that they don't have time in the day for meditation. So while you are busy making your cup of tea or your coffee or whatever it is, be quiet within yourself. Don't start your day shooting up and starting to create your to-do list when you haven't created your own quietness as yet. So very important that you start your day with, even if it's 5 minutes, while you're making that cup of tea. You don't have to sit down and be quiet. Just take those 5 minutes, however long you want. When you're starting, just take 5 minutes and just be present with where your body and mind is at right at that moment. So
Right.
bring your self-awareness to the present moment. Put aside, recognize your thoughts, put them aside for that moment, and just spend your 5 minutes on your self-awareness and your breath.
Right.
You can do the same thing in the evening after a day of hectic work. Take your 5 minutes and bring yourself back to your space. And your space is you as a person, a being.
Right. All right. So as little as 5 minutes in a day could be beneficial. And again, from the little information I do have about meditation so far, I believe that sunrise, sunset are the two times that of the day that are most conducive to meditation. Do you go along with
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's the start of your day. It's the end of your day. It's nobody else's day. So yes, absolutely. If you wish to do it at sunrise, but what I'm really saying is when you get up, when you wake up, you don't have to set yourself to, oh, at sunrise, I've got to do this, because then it becomes a chore.
Sure.
Meditation is not a chore. So when you are comfortable, preferably as you get up, and the last thing in the evening, so you find you again, because you've given your entire day to everyone else and paid attention to everything else.
Right.
What do you have left? You.
Right. Makes a lot of sense. Kim, I know there are going to be many people that will have questions like, how do I know I'm making progress, and how can I get some kind of support or some kind of advice on ongoing involvement, mentorship? What can you tell us from that perspective?
Okay, so sometimes a person tries really, really hard to be better, and they expect results. So firstly, don't expect results, just be you. And those results will be shown through other people's interactions with you. They will be the ones that say, wow, what are you doing? You're quite calm and you're quite patient around things. What pill are you taking? So don't put any expectations on yourself at all. Just, as I say, the 5 minutes of being quiet and finding that stillness will show externally, and that will be your result. You will also feel it as a person when you start doing this regularly every day. As I say, even if it's 5 minutes to start with, you will want to extend it a little longer each time. And that might take a week, that might take a month, it might take a year. That is up to you. Because when I say you feel that quiet and stillness, you want more. Right. So then you will take more time to do the practice. Support-wise, there are so many different ways of receiving support around this. Guidance, mentorship, as you said. I simply will offer that gladly. Anyone that's willing to start to meditate and let's have a calmer world, I'm up for. So yes, people can absolutely reach out, get in contact with yourself, with myself. We can have online Zoom sessions. We can do WhatsApp calls. It really, really, I'm here to offer.
That's so great to hear, and I'm sure the viewers will appreciate that. And I want to take this opportunity to thank you for giving us this valuable perspective. I think many people don't realize just what a significant opportunity meditation presents, and you've made that, you've unpacked that, you've made that clear. So yeah, really, really appreciate you taking the time to do that for us today.
Oh, it's an absolute pleasure, Will. It's anything I can do to help someone be a little calmer, I'm up for anytime. It's an absolute pleasure to have been with you.
Great. Well, enjoy the rest of the day, and yeah, we'll chat again soon.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Will, for the time. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks. You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.